Okay, I would love for you to meet my design team at You. We have Sarah in the pink and Anna in the black and white. And today we're going to talk to you about the whole design process for my collection. And you're going to learn all about each step along the way to get from the sketch and the idea to the finished product that you order online and then try on and feel fabulous. So, Sarah, do you want to talk a little bit about the company, You, and how we came together, and then let's just get started.
Brilliant. So thank you very much. So my name is Sarah Chastis and I am the founder and CEO of You. We never hold any inventory. Every product we make is on demand, and we go even one step further than that. As much as possible, we take excess inventories left over from big brands of premium materials, and we use those as the base of every collection. So we work with the wonderful Shelley to come up with the design concept based on her ideas and inspirations, but also what we have available, utilizing those materials to create amazing collections, and never keeping a product inventory. As we drop the collection, we then make the products every single piece to order.
And that's what I loved so much about your company, because you hear so much about the fashion industry and how it's just one of the biggest polluters on the earth. And I didn't really know and understand how bad it was. And because we don't make a ton of clothes and wait for them to sell, it's like if I order this, somebody sews it for me. I love that. And then I get it, someone's made that specifically. So, yeah, what other parts of the sustainable fashion is big in You?
Right now, the general ethos on the fashion industry and supply chain, it's like a hope strategy. So brands hope they're going to sell product, but they never know. And you actually, it's impossible to ever know exactly which styles and which sizes are going to sell. So brands will overmake a huge amount of product, and ultimately what's left will go through a chain of events but end up in landfill. And for us, that's never going to be the case, because not only are we making every single product on demand, we're taking materials as well that could have possibly ended up in landfill and using those to make the collections. And another very scary statistic is water pollution. And the fashion industry is responsible for so much of it. I think the number is around 20% of all water pollution comes from apparel dyeing. But if you think that the statistic is around 30 to 50% of all apparel and apparel fabrics end up in landfill, you never needed to dye those materials in the first place. So the reality is, if you only ever made every product on demand, you can move that needle a huge amount. So it's, making products on demand it's not sustainable. It's the most sustainable way, because a lot of people use recycled fabrics, but what about if you never needed to recycle them in the first place? What about if you so it's kind of, I think that the on-demand manufacturing model doesn't get talked about a huge amount because there's never really been a solution. But for us, we've worked for many years and developed technologies to be able to enable us to be able to do on-demand manufacturing, and not only do it, but do it really well. And not compromise. So we're not compromising on your designs or what you want.
No. Yeah. That's amazing. And I don't think a lot of people know about that kind of system that's happening in fashion. So it's really good that we can be part of it.
Yeah, I mean, it is the ultimate solution, but it's quite very difficult to execute. And for us, it's taken us a lot of time, and we use a lot of technology, but we do it, and I think we do it quite well.
You do it very well. But what's the difficult part? You are fabulous. What's the difficultness of it? Like, explain to someone who has no idea about the whole process.
I think a lot of people don't understand how factories work, if you like. So, if you looked at a photograph of a factory 100 years ago, it looks the same as it does today. There's not a huge amount's changed. Every other industry in the world, really, if you look at how they're made 100 years ago to how they're made today, the significant advancements are huge. But with manufacturing, and a lot of it comes down to the softness of the fabric because it's very difficult to handle. But with that in mind as well, when you create an apparel product, the machinery needed for each product is very different. So the way that we've been able to focus and address this is that we don't make too many styles all at the same time. So we focus on you and your collection, and all our machinery and everything's set up for you and your drop, and that's all we do, and that's how we're able to do it on demand.
So, for example, this mesh top, which is a very fine layer of mesh, do we use a different machine to what we would use for the sports bra?
Right, is exactly right. Or even if it was the same machine, the settings on the machine have to be changed a lot, and that can take half a day to a day to change the settings. So it's quite,
Wow.
It is. It's quite. It's much more complicated than people realise, and I think that's why on-demand manufacturing is not more mainstream. But we've we've worked out a way to manage it and to do it really well, so that we're able to produce great products without any compromise.
And then when we're factoring in the cost of, for someone to purchase a piece, all that's taken into consideration, that it's slow fashion. It's not fast, boom, get it all out there at any cost. So, but I still think we're able to sell it at a reasonable price that's a lot less expensive than a lot of brands. So tell us about your design experience and how this is what happens with Anna. I'll say, I like this, but I want it changed a little bit. And she straight away knows, okay, we need 2 centimeters here, or this needs to be this. You just understand whatever I'm thinking. And I love that. So, Anna, can you explain your role and how fabulous you are?
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Shelley. So my name is Anna Dejanovic, and everybody at CSU is calling me Anna D. And I'm the head of product and design. And together with my team, basically, we are helping Shelley with creating her designs and really putting her designs into the perfect product, in sending her amazing samples, and being the helping hand along the way to the launch of the collection. And like Shelley just mentioned, I mean, obviously there is a lot of experience on my back to be able to immediately know, okay, what kind of changes we have to not implement, what should we do if we're using different material for different products, and in what way we can really put the product for the end customer also, so that everybody feels comfortable wearing the collection, from being like the fabulous from head to toe person, and just being Shelley.
Well, let me give you an example of how fabulous Anna is. This this tank, it's a sheer tank. So it was in my last collection and it was all sheer. But a lot of the ladies don't like showing the rolls in the middle of the tummy, between where your leggings end and the sports bra finishes. There's this bit and it kind of hangs over. So if you're wearing a mesh top, it shows. So we've created a panel that's kind of meshed, but you can't see through to your tummy. And the best way to create it, because we've got this fabric is thicker than the mesh, so Anna created it with a double mesh here. But when I got it, you couldn't see the hole, you couldn't see the cutout. So this is what I wanted. I wanted this look, not the double look. See, that would be the double look. So Anna's just had to figure it out how we do it. So we cut that layer out, the second layer, and then we've got a double layer at the bottom, so it covers the little gap between your legs that, a lot of people don't like, because it goes, what does it go? Like that. and then your legs go down. So we've covered that, but we're showing this. So that's what Anna does. Anna works out all the tiny little details and makes sure that everything fits properly. So it's all well and good for me to have an idea, but you need someone very technical to be able to bring it all together. So yeah, it's just a good team.
Thank you. I mean, it was an important design feature for you to have exactly this kind of look. So we really went back and tried to work out, okay, in what way can we create a product so that it works in the production as well. Because sometimes having a one-off sample is easier, but then we have also to think, okay, what if we have now to produce 500 pieces of that same item? Can we do it? Is it production? Right. And in what way can we make it production friendly? So I'm always going back and I'm talking with the factory, trying to find a solution, trying to make it also like a high quality, because it's one layer. So we have to understand if it's one layer and if a customer is wearing it, washing it, putting their finger through, will it be one product, or are we going to face some quality issues? So we have to make really sure that a lot of elements work together to have really one amazing high-end quality product for your collection.
Yes, that I love that, because you could very easily say to me, yeah, we'll do that. But then the ladies buy it and then they're unhappy because it's crappy quality. So it's just perfect. I really love it. And this collection, and the last one as well, it's for women to feel good in what they wear and not to have to suck it in and hold in their belly and just feel uncomfortable. So everything's got a nice flow, but you can also have it skin tight as well if you just, depending on what you choose. So yeah, it's been fun and exciting. And then I listen to what Anna says, and then I'm learning a lot too about the whole process. And also I'm really excited because I'm the small size, but we've also got another lady who's a larger size than me. She's going to be trying on the clothes so that you'll be able to see what that size is and what my size is, and then you'll be somewhere in between. Anna, how does that go? Like, you've got my pattern, because you've got a scale of me, haven't you, my shape? And then you make the clothes so that, they'll fit me for the sample. And how do we do it for our other model who is, she's size 2X?
Yes, he's a size 3XL actually.
3XL. So how do you do that? How do you go from one size to another size? Because we're incorporating everybody. Everyone's going to be able to wear this. And I'd love to know how you do that.
So the process starts at the beginning when we talk with you about your own sizing. And what we're doing is we're using a technology where you take a selfie, and that selfie is front and side, and that technology creates basically your avatar. And with our data, which we have fed that app, the data will put out, okay, Shelly is a size small in her top and a size medium at her bottom. And then based on that information, we already know, okay, what kind of block pattern we're going to use to create your product. And I have a great 3D designer who's working with Pro 3D, which is a software where you can immediately take out the pattern and you can create that design on your avatar. So we have your avatar in the system, and then we stitch up that pattern, we put it on you, and we can really move around and make it a perfect fit. So now this fit is based on your body type. But what we're also doing for the end customer, we are creating an end customer pattern to be able to cover all the sizes.
Right.
And the factory is helping me in that way to grade basically each size up to 4XL. So there is a formula of how we can basically make the product in that specific size. And we really, because with the technology and with the skills and experience of the factory together, we can really make a product fitted in any size.
I mean, I'm so excited to see the different sizes, and you know, it's It's so good because, like, you know how every woman has a different shape. So how does that go with the pattern making? Because, like, I would imagine for men, you know, because men's bodies are more angular,
Yeah.
you know, women are full of curves. So how do you go with the different shapes and curves? Is it just a matter of a size, like a small to a 4XL? Is it just size, or does curves come into it and different shapes?
Yeah, I mean, curves definitely come into the whole development, but we have to look at it from a whole. So we have to take an average. And what would be the
Okay.
average for each of the sizes? I mean, every body type is different. A person
Yep.
who is small S might have a smaller shoulder, but a big chest. And then we can have a size small with a smaller chest, but a bigger shoulder, but it will be still a size small. And luckily with our products, we're working with activewear. Activewear is a stretchy product. So
Yep.
in that way we are good with our gradings and with the sizes we offer. It's way more difficult on casual wear because the material they're using is not too stretchy, and our looser fits the fitting is to every body type. So in that way, it doesn't matter how shapy or what kind of body type you have, it will be a great item. But the things we are really taking care of is the necklines, the armholes, the shoulders, because we want to make the woman feel amazing. And in your case, your audience and your feedback you gave us, okay, these are the things you really want to take care of with the sleeve lengths, and also what you mentioned with that mesh top, that you would like to have the panels so that everybody feels comfortable in a mesh top, and but still, you know, being able to cover areas they really don't want to expose too much. So we're trying really to think of, okay, the pattern we're using, the designs, the material, and how can we combine everything so that we have a final great end product.
Yep, I love it. I love the whole process, and I love that we're thinking of everybody. And like, you're right with the stretch, because if it was a, you know, a pair of linen pants, for example, and the cut, and you've got a big curvy bottom, it's just not going to work. It's not for you. But you know, when it's the stretch and the beautiful comfort involved, it's for everybody.
Yeah.
Sarah, when you started this company,
tell me.
When you started this company, did you kind of just have an idea and then, you know, made some phone calls and met, you know, walked around and had a look at the factories? Or, you know, how did you, because Sarah's kind of in our age group. She doesn't look it, but she is.
You're so sweet. Oh gosh.
Yeah. So Anna's not. Anna's a young, vibrant, 30-something-year-old. But Sarah, when you did this, you were 50 plus, or do you want me not to say that?
Well, truthfully, I was much younger when I tell you what, I've aged a lot, but I was much younger when I started.
Sarah was only 25 when you started.
Child when I started.
But anyway, you're fabulously over 50 now.
I am fabulously over 50 now. So the journey, so the journey with So You was kind of started on the back of another journey, if you like. So I back in the day I was a stockbroker, and I felt that, you know, what we just touched on, I could never get clothes that fit very well. So I thought, wouldn't that be brilliant? I'll set up my own business and I'll make clothes that fit women really well. So I did, and I pretty much worked out quite quickly why nobody had done it before.
Yes, because it's not easy.
No, it's really hard. So hard. And nobody wanted to make one piece at a time for me. And again, I worked out why. So I opened my own factory, doing every single piece on demand. And that's when my journey into the supply chain operations and general practices came to came to light, and how I decided that I'm going to do something different and how we're going to change it. And I'd worked with some influencers, and we've done some collaborations. And for me, I like doing this with other people more than I wanted to do it on my own. And it's fine to do it on your own and have your own brand, but it's a lot more fun to do it with people like you. Much more fun, and to have that creative minds come together and see it unfold. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then to work on scaling, to be able to do this, to be able to do to much bigger sizes, and to work with influencers where like you, where we basically can be very inclusive, because we don't keep any inventory at all. It allows us to go from all the way from 2XS to 5XL, because unless we have an order, we don't make a product, so it makes no difference. The only thing we had to do was make a pattern to be able to be that inclusive, and that's a very special thing too. Yeah,
I just love that. So you're sort of just going from strength to strength at your age.
Yeah. I read an article, and the most successful entrepreneurs generally are between 40 and 60. We all believe it's that it's a really young game, that if you're really young. I mean, I was, I think, 40 something, early 40s when I started that first business, and I left a corporate career that I'd had for years. And they do say life begins at the end of your comfort zone.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I'm not sure how far out, but I'm not sure I wanted to go this far out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, exactly.
I ended up here, and it's an amazing journey, and I think it feels very good to know that you're doing something right in terms of something good for the world. That it isn't just it's not just a kind of an entrepreneurial journey; it's a journey of change as well. So
you both care about. You care about, I think the two of you care about helping me get it right, so that, and I care about the people who are buying it so they feel good.
Oh, totally.
So I feel that's all chain.
Oh, 100%. Like we always, for us, it's always about the biggest winner, the absolute biggest winner in everything we do should always be an end consumer. They should receive a product that is spectacular, that's sustainable, that they love, that they want to buy more of, they can't wait to get more, because that's the ultimate aim. It always has to be, the winner has to be the consumer.
Yes, and like they can feel proud of themselves when they're wearing it. They go,
and learn something. They learn, because it's change doesn't happen quickly, but it does happen step by step, and you can be part of the change, right? You can be part of the solution, but you can't if you don't know about it. But once you know, then it's a great decision to make.
Yeah. Since I started working with you, I have changed my whole buying of clothes. My whole attitude's changed, because I just didn't know. Like I knew a little bit, but not enough. Not to just buy something just for the sake of it. And and I think about those women making the clothes. It's like, it's a whole industry that's on the way. There's people doing it right now, so that's great. And what we did from our last collection, we listened to what the ladies said, and we've just tweaked it a little bit and added a few other things that are useful but look good. And and we've come up with something else, and it's just fun. But I like working with this company, So You, and I like working with the both of you. Because
we love it too. We love it too. It doesn't feel like a job when we do this. I have to remind myself that I'm working. But the worst thing for me is I've already mentally made my shopping list. I'm going to have that.
Business is tough, and also business, doing business with other people in this kind of a collaborative essence can also be very dangerous. And there's a lot of things going on, but that's not happening in this little thing that we've got going here, I feel like it's honest, and I feel like it's got really good intentions, and like it's true.
Yeah,
That's what I love.
yeah. It's got depth. It feels good.
Yeah,
It feels
it's
good.
true.
We're
Yeah,
doing something
yeah,
good, and we're having a great time doing it.
yeah. So, Anna, have you got a moment just quickly to show
Yes.
the sketch?
Yes.
Like me going, this is what we want, and my drawing, and then your drawing, and then back, and then you send it to me here in Australia, and then it goes back. Have you got a little bit of a
Yes. Yeah, so I'm happy to
summary?
share basically a little bit of the process which we were going through with Shelley. And one example of the legging. And this is the lower half of Shelley's avatar. And we have fitted the legging on her to really see, okay, are we happy with the waistband? Is the waistband high enough? Do we like the position of the mesh panel? Should it be lower? Should it be higher? Do we like the full length size of the legging? And they're really, again, elements we have to discuss to be really sure, okay, this is your perfect product you really want to have in the collection, and are we happy with the look of it? Another example is the loose neck. Same story here. Do we like the neckline? What kind of other solution can we think of to make it more usable and, in a way where you can style the product in many, many ways? So we were coming up, okay, why don't we add a bra adjuster to the strap? So you can really wear it in a much lower, as a lower product where you can show your design feature of the sports bra, or if you feel more comfortable and having a higher neckline, you can adjust the strap and put it much higher on top of your neck. You can switch it up. You can wear the front at the back at the front if you want, to play around with the length of the garment. So these are all things we discuss when we're having the 3D virtual fitting. And after we have basically nailed the fitting, then we're only moving to the sample stage. And in the sample stage, we're trying to produce of each of the garments one item. Once it's ready, we send it across to Australia, and then we have this amazing call where Shelley is raveling about the garments, giving us feedback, the adjustments you would like, and so on, to really make it an amazing product.
Anna has a degree in fashion design, but she also has a degree in fashion technology, and our tech department is the biggest team at SoSoU. So it makes up 50% of everybody who works at SoSoU is a IT person.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so because we know that that's the way forward.
Yes,
is technology and automation, and that's who we seem to attract to us as well. Is people that love advancement and technology and doing things differently, making change. Making that much more sustainable. Because the fact of endless rounds of samples are so wasteful.
Living, that's just more stuff.
We've
got to stop needing more stuff. Just have some great things that you use.
That's
and
exactly.
Not cupboards full of stuff.
Exactly. And this time round, I remember, I've like one of the most fabulous things that I've kind of woken up to some mornings because of the time difference is messages from you saying, "It's great, I love it, it's perfect." Exactly. We know it's we know those advancements are working because that's the outcome. I wake up to love messages.
Is that everything that we've got to talk about? Because I know we're coming into time. Do you want to share? Do you want to share your favourite mascara, Sarah? Because before we started,
I'd love to do that. I'd love to. I would love to do that, and maybe I'll get paid. Maybe Sephora will send me some stuff, because isn't that what happens when you do mentions? But no, we as with everything in my life, it's all last minute and in a rush. And I realised just as we were jumping on this call, I'd forgotten to apply mascara. And my 13-year-old daughter seems to steal most of them, but I did find my favourite one, which is Sephora Size Up, that was applied 2 minutes before we started this call, and we love it, right?
Yeah, show us the
brush.
The brush.
It's a good brush.
Yeah, see, that's
it's a good brush. right?
That's
Very
thick.
good brush, yeah, thick
I'm going to
brush.
buy some. I haven't tried that.
Oh my God. Can I tell you though, the problem is that you'll end up going, I go in and I buy them in multiples because I love them so much. My mum loves them, my sister loves them. We are literally, we're all, and my daughter, we're all size uppers.
Oh,
That's it.
I'm going to be a size upper too. I'm
Size
gonna go buy
upper. We are a size upper.
I
And
love
You
that.
got me also.
it feels like it's almost like fake lashes go on, and it stays on all day, and it's just marvelous, and it's so easy. And people do ask me, they say, "Are you wearing fake lashes?" I'm like, "No, they've been
I'm
sized up."
sizing up.
Sized up.
And what about you, Anna? What's your favorite like makeup
So
item?
my favorite, my absolute favorite, which I'm not wearing right now, but it is my red lipstick. And
Wow.
I basically disowned my red lipstick because of COVID and the whole mask wearing situation.
And Anna's a DJ, everyone. She's a DJ. She's very cool.
In a part-time. So,
Yeah.
Shelley, if we do a follow-up, can we make sure that Anna's got her red lips on? How about that?
Anna, I want to see what number is your matte red?
Follow-up, red lippy.
Yeah. What number is it?
I will tell you. Just give me a moment. I'm going to bring it.
And I'll tell you what I've done differently. I'm trying the curly girl method with my hair. So, I didn't try it because I thought it was too hard. You've got to put the conditioner in and scrunch it, but it's kind of feeling nice-ish. It's been in a bun all day, and 15 minutes before our call, I pulled it down. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Like for me personally, I think your hair looks outstanding.
It looks messy, but
oh
I
my
like
God,
it.
I love it. It's beautiful. It doesn't look like you've done anything. It kind of, it's got that.
I haven't.
No. But you were saying with the curling and the scrunching.
Yeah.
It looks very natural. It looks kind of a gorgeous natural wave. It doesn't look like you've actually had to do anything to achieve it, which is what you really want, right?
Yeah, that's what you want.
That kind of natural falling look. Yeah. It's lovely.
And it looks like a surf babe. Like
she does that. You're doing it like a surfer babe. Oh. Yeah, she does.
Show us, Anna. Show us your red.
All righty. So I have two, which one I would like to wear. So one is the MAC red, the typical red one, number one. And then I have a darker tone for sometimes when I'm feeling a little bit more mysterious and when I'm going out. this one when I want to, like different kind of persona. And this is I
love it. You're feeling mysterious. I love that.
Yeah. Because also the name is D for danger. So I'm like, let's go a little bit D for danger.
So if you were wanting to go on a date, if you were on your first date, which one would you wear?
Oh, it depends. Do I want to, scare him off from the beginning on? I go for any of these. If I want to do like small baby steps, I might just have a lip gloss and then see what kind of type of guy he is if he can take the red lipstick.
That's a really good strategy. I like that. I like it. Lip gloss and then move up.
Building on it. Exactly.
I love it. See? Three girls, three beauty tips.
There you go.
Shelly, what's your favorite? What's your secret? What kind of lipstick are you wearing?
This is what I'm wearing today. I'm wearing a lip liner with just, I just wear this Lano lips over the top.
Oh, lovely. What is it?
It's like I'm going very natural at the moment because
Lano lips. Oh, how nice! Yeah, I like the natural look on you as well.
I'm just very natural because
it looks very peachy. Is it a peach color or is it clear?
It's a peachy brown lip liner, and I can't think of the name. But have I got it here? I don't have it here.
Your lips look so pretty, really pretty.
Yeah. So I'm going all natural.
Very nice. I like that.
And I've got a little bit of black eyeliner on with powder, and that makes my eyes stand out. So that's it.
Love it. Love it.
Yes.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Well, Shelley, this has been so amazing. We love
Yes.
talking to you. And, you know, there's never, I don't think we've ever had a quick call because you're addictive.
Every time we call,
So you're
like,
like the
I get hungry because it's dinner time.
yeah.
But I keep talking to you.
The Shelley drug. We're going to get our Shelley fix.
Well, thank you both, Anna and Sarah, so much for sharing all of the insights about So You. And I've enjoyed talking about why I love the company so much and how we created these collections. So, yeah, it's just good for people to know what goes on behind the scenes.
Amazing.
So, thank you.
Thank you so much, Shelley.
Amazing. All right, wonderful, Shelley, and wonderful,
Okay.
Anna. We'll speak to you soon.